Okay, diners, we are back and we are almost, did you notice I said almost? Ready to actually cook our hamburger. But first, before we do that, we want to get our garlic prepared to keep away the zombies. And I took a whole head of garlic and I cut up some of it in the prior vid. But I took a whole head of garlic and I'm going to make some roasted garlic with this that I'll use as a paste. And I'm going to use, for this one, walnut oil instead of olive oil. Can you see that? And the reason for that's a couple. Walnut oil gives it a little more nutty flavor, and it also has a higher smoke point than olive oil or regular old vegetable oil. And it's a little more expensive, but you don't need a lot. And so that goes in with the garlic. And this arrangement, this foil arrangement, is going to go in, if I can get it wrapped up, to the oven, actually the toaster oven, to roast and hopefully not leak. I hate when these contraptions I make leak. It's, messes up your oven. It's ugly. And you get smoke and it sucks. Okay, so that doesn't look like it's going to leak. This guy is going to go into the toaster oven, which is over there. And let me go put it in while I do the rest of this. Now, in terms of economy, it would be cheaper and a better idea to use, do several of them, not just one garlic at a time in your toaster oven, which is using about 1500 watts of power from my electric bill. And I got to run the thing for 30 minutes or so to get that garlic roasted. But that's okay for the purposes of the video here. And now we've got the garlic, right? And we want to chop that up fine. This is the raw garlic that I conserved for the burger. And we're going to chop that up, hopefully, with our little chopper. If I can get the motherfucker open with my crippled arms, which I did. Okay. And these guys are just great. You can... God, well, they're usually great. Not so great today for this video. It's giving me a lot of problems. And it's my fault for being a cripple, and it's also the machine's fault. It is not a electric device. It requires no power, and what it does is it will finely chop up, if I have it in the right position, any small stuff that you want to chop. And now I could chop, okay, I think I finally got it. I could chop up this garlic with the knife. And, with all the time I just spent cleaning out or fixing up the garlic chopper, that could have already been done by now. But I did want to demonstrate this device. Okay, and so we get all our little pieces of garlic in there, and now all we got to do to get some nicely minced garlic to do up our hamburger in is punch it. And that's why it was giving me problems, because I slam it around all the time. And the garlic goes down into the bin. At least the stuff that was over the grate does. And so let's get these guys that were hiding onto the grate for another chopping session. Okay, and now, yeah, that's most of it. And now we've got our garlic that's going to go to cook the burger. And it's in the little cup that this thing has to catch the little garlic pieces, you see. And these will go on the pan with the onions and the mushrooms. And then I'm going to make a sauce, I think, too, to go with this omelet. And really, not omelet, I'm doing the hamburger. So I'm going to make a, really nice hamburger. I have no idea how much of it I'll eat, but it will be a nice hamburger. And so now we've got our garlic chopped up. And what we want to do next, while the other garlic is roasting, is we want to cook up the onions and mushrooms that we sliced up earlier. And we're also going to do those in some walnut oil, but not a lot. That's enough. And we're going to have to let that heat up a little bit before we get going on the mushrooms and onions. Swish it around. We want to coat the bottom of our pan evenly, and so we don't get sticking, and we want it nicely seasoned for doing up saute stuff. So nothing sticks, and so it comes out right. And again, we want this at the right temperature, not a screaming hot cast iron pan, which is good for some things, but not for doing mushrooms and onions, which you want to caramelize, but you don't want to crisp them up. And let's see where we're at in temperature so far. Okay, we're at 259, and that is pretty good, I think, to get started anyway. And so let's dump in the onions and mushrooms. And add the garlic. That's enough. And we'll wait until we see and smell those lovely good smells that you get when you're cooking onions and garlic, or at least I like the smell. Some people don't. And we start to see some sizzle, we start to see some browning, and I don't think I'm hot enough. 260. We need to get up there in temperature a little bit more. And it's not too critical here at the beginning how hot or whatnot or not hot your pan is. You can adjust it as you go in making vegetables of this type, roots and fungi and whatnot. And now we're starting to get the sizzle, and I'm starting to smell it, which is good. I doubt you can smell it through the video, but you might be able to see some of the smoke rising. Not a lot, because well, it's not that hot yet, and it's going to take a few minutes for this stuff to get properly caramelized and ready to go on the burger. So we're going to have to turn off the camera, I think, for a little bit while it's going, because I don't want to bore the shit out of you, which I'm sure I've already done. So I'll be back to you in a couple of minutes.